again tonight with an uninvited sign language interpreter who is being blamed for causing a lot of confusion. It was during one of the biggest announcements of the year from Tampa police when they arrested a man for the Seminole Heights murders. But that message was anything but clear for a lot of folks who are deaf and hard of hearing, all because of that sign language interpreter who wasn't hired. Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer is in the control room to tell us how it happened, or what do they think happened, Aaron?
Well, Cynthia, Tampa police don't normally use a sign language interpreter, but during this investigation, they periodically have one on hand because the mother of one of the victims is deaf. So when this woman showed up, a Tampa police spokesperson thought she was there to help. Clearly, she wasn't.
I am pleased to announce that tonight we will be making an arrest in the Seminole Heights murders.
That announcement brought overwhelming relief to Seminole Heights. But for some, it also brought confusion. Tampa police say that's because of this woman, a supposed sign language interpreter who didn't know sign language very well.
From what I understand, she knows enough about sign language that she was able to fake it, but it was not accurate and it was not clear.
Steve Haggerty, TPD's public information officer, says Derlin Roberts is the woman behind the mixed messages. He says Roberts showed up at the news conference saying she was there to provide sign language interpretation.
I have to tell you that my immediate reaction was that I was grateful that somebody had showed up.
Haggerty says he didn't know who called her and he should have asked more questions. Instead, he let her in. After receiving several calls, he realized his mistake.
Clearly, it wasn't up to our standards on Tuesday night, and that's on me. I didn't do my due diligence.
This kind of issue has made headlines recently. It happened with a nonsense signing interpreter in Manatee County as Hurricane Irma threatened the area. In 2013, during Nelson Mandela's funeral, a fake interpreter famously signed gibberish. This is a concerning trend for advocates of the deaf and hard of hearing community.
If somebody is put in a situation where right away they're expected to bring in a sign language interpreter, and the time you think about doing that is when the press conference is about to happen, then it's too late and things are likely to go wrong.
Chris Littlewood lost his hearing when he was in his 20s. He trains potential interpreters at St. Petersburg College and says this can be a learning situation.
If somebody is put in a situation where right away they're expected to bring in a sign language interpreter, and the time you think about doing that is when the press conference is about to happen, then it's too late and things are likely to go wrong.
And we don't know why this woman did this. Haggerty says he's been trying to get a hold of her, hasn't been able to. Neither were we, for that matter. We do know that she's been arrested 5 times in Hillsborough County, including 3 arrests for fraud. The city has a contract with a sign language interpreting company, and by the next morning, Haggerty says a certified interpreter was on hand for that news conference.
Wow.
Cynthia.
Okay, what a thing to happen. Thank you so much, Aaron.